One night I was having real difficulty getting to sleep. Eventually I thought to myself, this is ridiculous. It says in the Bible that He giveth His beloved sleep, so why can't I sleep? I turned the light on and I decided to read a little bit of the Bible, and it just fell open at the passage where an angel spoke to Philip the evangelist and told him to go down to the desert road, and that's where he met the Ethiopian from Africa and led him to the Lord. So I said to the Lord, if you're trying to tell me that you want me to go somewhere, tell me where you want me to go first thing in the morning. And I turned the light out and I was able to go to sleep straight away without any difficulty. And when I woke up in the morning, the first thought that came to my mind was Toowoomba, which is a city about 2 hours drive away from where I live. So I said to the Lord, if you want me to go to Toowoomba, make my mother walk into my bedroom and put her arm on my shoulder. While I was still talking to the Lord, I heard footsteps outside my bedroom, and the door opened, my mother walked in and put her hand on my shoulder. And it's really out of character for my mum to do that. Much more out of character for her to even open the door without knocking and come in. So during that morning, when I was thinking about going to Toowoomba, I saw a vision of two people, a man and his wife. They had dark skin, and I could see their beautiful character just shining out through their face. And I felt such a longing to get to know this couple, whoever they were. I felt like I could reach out and touch them. The vision was so real. So I thought to myself, perhaps I'm going to meet this couple when I go to Toowoomba. And then a little while later, when I was thinking, how am I going to get there? Do I go by bus or train? And should I go alone? Straight away, the name Arturo came to my mind. Now, Arturo is a friend of mine who, about 4 years previous to this, we'd run a home church together. But I hadn't had anything to do with him for 4 years. A little while later, the telephone rang, and it was Arturo. It's the first time I'd heard from him for about 4 years, and he said to me, John, I'm going to Toowoomba on Saturday, would you like to come? So I didn't hesitate, I just said yes straight away. So we agreed that I would get to Beenleigh train station and he would pick me up there on Saturday, then we'd drive up to Toowoomba together. So when Saturday came, I was ready to get the train to Beenleigh with one small problem. I didn't even have enough money to get the train from my city to Beenleigh. But when I prayed about it, I saw a vision of a $50 note. Anyway, I asked my brother and sister-in-law to drop me at the train station, and just before we left, my sister-in-law gave me $50, just like I'd seen in the vision. So I went to Beenleigh, my friend Arturo picked me up, we drove to Toowoomba. When we arrived in Toowoomba, he said, John, I'll take you to visit some friends of mine. So we drove to their house, knocked on the front door, and there, standing at the front door, was the couple I'd seen in the vision. They were from Zimbabwe, and they'd been sent to Toowoomba to pastor a small church there. So they invited us to stay the night. They gave us a great African feast, and the following morning they invited me to preach the Word of God in their church.